Hello everyone. This week we're going to continue on working with equations, and an equation has an equal sign in it, and you've done these before. Here's a simple one. 5 plus n equals 12, and you would know how to solve that by getting rid of the 5, isolating the n, and then you'd have the answer. And we'll look at that in a minute. But there's also something called an inequality. Equation or inequality. We're going to actually work with inequalities this week, but it's the same steps that you do to solve equations you do with inequalities. Notice the difference here. We have an equal sign over here, and we have a greater than sign over here. So in inequalities, you will not see an equal sign. You will see one of these symbols, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. With the bar under that means equal to. So you have choices. So let's look at some of these kinds of problems. First, we're going to take a look at the difference between these two. In our equation, we would solve for n. So we need to isolate the n, and we need to get rid of the 5, but we have to, whatever we do to this side, we have to do the right side. So to get rid of the 5, we add a negative 5, or we subtract 5. And we have to do the same thing on this side, so 12 minus 5 ends up being 7. And you could probably figure that out just looking at it. What's 5 plus what equals 12? Well, that's third grade math. That's 7, obviously, yeah. But remember, it's important to keep these steps because you will be doing harder and harder math problems as you go through school. Okay, so let's take a look at the inequality. Inequality is solved the same way. We isolate the n, and we end up with 7. But now, how do we read this thing? Our answer is n is greater than 7. To solve this inequality. 5 plus n is greater than 12. So we're going to be drawing number lines to visualize these answers. So this would mean any number greater than 7 would work in this problem. Well, let's pick 8, for example. Let's see, 5 plus 8 would be 13. Is 13 greater than 12? Yeah. Okay, let's pick 10. 10 is greater than 7. Would that work? 5 plus 10 is 15. Is that greater than 12? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so to show this on a number line, we show it with an open circle because it is not equal to 7. It's greater than 7. So any number past 7 is going to be the answer to our problem. If I stuck in 7 here, I said 5 plus 7 is 12. Is 12 greater than 7? No, it's the same. And so that would not work in this problem. It would work in the equality, or the equation, but not in the inequality. So again, you show an open circle so that you don't get that 7 in there, and then you show the arrow going the right direction. Let's take a look at some more. Now our problem is 6 plus s is greater than or equal to negative 6. Okay, I want to isolate my s, so I get rid of my 6 by subtracting 6 from both sides. So s is greater than or equal to negative 12. So what does that look like on a number line? So I draw my number line. I'm in the negatives now. And I go all the way down to my negative 12, and I want to include my negative 12 in the answer, so I've got a solid circle, and I'm going to be going greater than negative 12, so I'm going to go to the right. So all these numbers greater than negative 12 would work to solve this inequality. And I'll show you one more. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So negative 3 plus g is less than or equal to 9. So I want to get rid of that negative 3. So I'm going to add another 3. So that zeroes it out. So So I have to add the 3 on this side, and then I end up with G and 12. Now how do we read this? So G is going to be less than or equal to, so I could include the 12, 12. So on my number line then, I draw a 0 and a 12. I'm going to fill in that circle because I'm including the 12, and I'm going to go less than 12. So anything past that going to the left is going to work for this inequality. So let's pick a number here. Let's pick 10, for example. If I put in 10 for G, so negative 3 plus 10, that would give us positive 7. Is positive 7 less than or equal to 9? Yeah, so that works. So that's my arrow then going the right way on to the left. So any number past, including 12, past 12 to the left would work for that problem. So enjoy these problems. You take them slowly, think them carefully. On your worksheet, you will need to show the work for your figuring out the variable, and you'll need to draw the number line and the arrow going the right way, and the circle either filled in or open. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye.